today I'm going to do something slightly different, and please do tell me if you like it or don't like it, because it's slightly different. It's not really to do with tech. Instead, today I'm going to be reading through my bucket list. If you don't know what bucket list is, essentially things you want to do before you die, generally more interesting stuff. So I'm going to be reading through that. I'm using Todoist, by the way. If you don't know what Todoist is, I recommend you check it out, and it's a good way of keeping on task, being productive, and it's really useful if you are self-employed. Anyway, this is not a promotion, I just want to go over my bucket list. The first one is pretty obvious, and I bet anyone or most people will have this on there, so it's go skydiving. I would like to do that. Looks fun and very scary, and that would be good for your adrenaline levels. Also want to be a train driver. Now that may sound a bit boring, but I don't want to do that as my career. I just like 5 years maybe, just be a train driver, know what it feels like, and especially after watching Train Simulator, and I know it sounds really sad, but it looks actually quite enjoyable. Obviously it'll get boring after a while, but I just want to do that once in my life at least. I want to build an application, so I want to make an application for, it doesn't really matter what operating system, but I just want to make my own application. I also want to go to all continents, so currently I've only been to North America and Europe. I live in Europe, so obviously, but I'd like to go to South America, Asia, Africa, Oceania, and technically Antarctica is a continent, so yeah, we'll see about that. Next up, I want to get a degree. Really quite simple. I just want to get a degree, go to university, do something with that. Probably a computer science degree, but I don't know yet. Obviously I still have time to think about that, so that's why it's just get a degree currently. Want to raise a family? Yep, I want to have a family, kids, wife, all of that stuff. Sounds a bit cliched, but I would like to go through that. I'd also like to go skiing. It's quite obvious. Learn German. A good thing to put on your bucket list is a language. I would learn German because it looks quite fun and interesting and hard. I want to also take part in a triathlon. Triathlon is running, swimming and cycling in one event. Don't aim to win, but I just want to take part in one. It would probably be quite fun. I also want to take up kayaking and badminton. I used to do kayaking a few years ago. I stopped, and I really want to do that again. Badminton, just want to do it occasionally, maybe even tennis as well. Now this one came from a website, I can't remember what it's called, but if you are looking to build a bucket list, I really recommend you just Google search, because you find some interesting stuff. So this one is Trek the Inca Trail. Now I have no idea what this is, but I read up on it and it looks really fun. It's a trail through South America, you go through the Amazon and stuff like that. And it looked like something that would be very challenging, interesting, and something you'd be very proud to do. Next up, climb a mountain. Any mountain, I don't care how small it is, I'd just like to climb one. Flying hot air balloon, yep, that would be fun. Not so much challenging, because I'm not really scared of heights, but it would just be nice to do that. And buy something for a random person. So for example, go to the coffee shop. I just want to one day just buy anything, just say, okay, you know what, here's free coffee. Or go to the Lego store and give someone Lego or something random like that. Go to the Apple store and give them an iPhone. I don't know, probably not that expensive. I also want to do a public speech. Now this sounds really insane. Who wants to do a public speech? And I don't like public speaking at all, but I understand that you need to conquer your fears, and so I think doing a public speech for whatever reason, hopefully a good reason, will be a good experience, and yeah, I really want to do that. I also want to go on a blind date. Now this is where it gets a bit silly, but I would like to experience that, just randomly doing that. Next up, learn a martial art, Kung Fu, Tai Chi. Yes, I would like to learn the martial arts, not just for self-defense, it will be quite enjoyable as well. I also want to go on a road trip, yeah, whatever, go across America, anywhere, just go on a road trip. Hopefully I'll be driving, because that'll be quite fun. Next up, go on a cycle trip, so cycle a fair distance, I did actually plan to cycle from London to Norwich this year. That hasn't happened. Maybe I'll do that next year. But I want to do something a bit further. So maybe London to Aberdeen. That's quite far. Or maybe Toronto to New York. That's quite far actually. That will take a very long time. And then the last two, relearn to sail. I also used to sail. That was quite fun, and I really want to get back into that. And I also want to sleep in an igloo. This one I found online as well, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be really cool to just sleep in an igloo. Just just sleep there. I mean, staying there would be quite warm and nice, and learn a bit about culture. So that's my bucket list. Leave your bucket list down below. You don't have to leave a whole list, but just, do you agree with some of the stuff? Is there anything that you would just definitely not do? I'm really interested, genuinely. And if you do like this style of video, I quite enjoy doing it because it's quite easy to do and there's more interaction, and it's not just about technology, which I like, but technology is very artificial in a way, if you know what I mean. Talking like this is fun for me to do, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you do, like, and I'm rambling on here, so goodbye. Hello guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to another vlog, and I know they haven't been super successful, not that many views, but I've decided to keep doing them for the simple reason that I still enjoy doing them.